Hello and welcome to the Roundabout Podcast. This is episode 33. My name is Austin Sudduth, and with me I have Michael Levine, Hunter Brittle, Tyler McClellan. Evening, gentlemen.
How's it going?
Evening.
It is Monday, my dudes.
It is Monday.
Bizarre.
We are not recording on our typical Sunday as we typically do because yesterday was the Super Bowl. How are y'all feeling about that?
Angry.
Yeah, I mean, I was really hoping for a kicker MVP.
Honestly.
Like,
It
really,
should have
really
been.
hoping
It
was
really
gonna
probably
happen.
should have been.
Do you feel that our prediction was anywhere close to being correct?
We got the result right in terms of the winning team.
Yeah, I mean, technically we got the team correct, so I feel good about that.
Better than last year.
We're slowly improving.
Yeah. But we could not have been more wrong about the nature in which it was going to get to that result. We had an insanely high-scoring offensive game, which, as anyone who watched it will know, was not what happened. Drake May looked like he forgot how to throw a football.
I don't know. I mean, other than the 2 kickoff return touchdowns I scored, I think I looked pretty much like the Patriots did.
I was gonna ask, was there any 2 touchdown return kickoffs?
I think I played the role very well. Tyler, you're the one who messed this up.
Yeah, sorry. To answer your question, Austin, there was one that I remember watching. It was a kickoff, and it really, really, really looked like he had an opening, and then a guy came out of nowhere and basically tripped him up. But had he been able to get past that one guy, I thought it was going to happen, and it was the Patriots. But from the TV
I
angle,
got really excited. I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah, there was one that looked like he was gone, but again, he just kind of got tripped up. But yeah, no, all things considered, I will say, as someone who was hesitant of the halftime show performer, I think it was a fairly entertaining show. I know this is unpopular opinion, but I think it was much more entertaining than last year's.
I don't even remember last year's. Which one was last year's?
I think that says everything you need to know.
Yeah.
No, I like Kendrick's. I
thought I like
good.
Kendrick and his music. I thought his performance was very boring. I think the halftime show should be a show and not just a standard concert, which is the Kendrick vibe I got. But this one, he had a whole set design. The set design was very cool, actually. Lady Gaga coming out of nowhere kind of caught me off guard, but I thought it was pretty
Lady
entertaining.
Gaga, I think, had one of, in my personal opinion, best halftime shows. I think she did phenomenal when she did it years ago.
Yeah, no, hers was a good one. I don't care for Katy Perry, but I still remember hers as being one of the most entertaining I've ever watched.
Oh, hers was good too.
That was the one with Left Shark, right?
Yeah,
Left
the
Shark
shark,
started.
and
Yeah.
there was a whole lot more. Like didn't she bring out like the giant? Who was it that brought out the giant tiger or something like that? Was that Beyonce?
No, that was her.
Was
Yeah,
that Katy
I think
Perry
that was
too?
her. Yeah.
Yeah, like just craziness all around. And to me, that's what the halftime show should be. It should be a spectacle.
Right.
Not again, the music in the Kendrick one it was great. I mean, it's Kendrick, but the show itself I thought was lackluster. But this one was pretty good, despite most people not being able to understand a word he said.
Yeah, it didn't bother me that I didn't understand the words because it's still it's good music, man.
Yeah, no, they great.
It's
beats
catchy,
behind
it's fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Man, I think maybe one of my favorites still was it 2002? When it was like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Eminem and
2002?
50 Cent was in that one.
You mean
It wasn't that long
2020?
ago.
22.
I was
sorry.
about to say.
No, I was thinking it was like 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. It was like 50 Cent was in on that
Yeah,
one.
that was a
and
good one. I enjoyed
If I
that.
remember
That
right.
was an entertaining one, yeah.
That one was a really good one. But yeah, I enjoyed the Bad Bunny one. I thought it was good. Well, I should say what I got to see of it. We were trying to get the baby to go to bed for part of it, so I didn't get to see all of it. But the bit I got to see was cool. I did see a stat. I don't know if this is true or not, but I hope it is. That Bad Bunny carried his football for 124 yards during the entire show, and the Patriots only had 79 rushing yards for the entire game.
Oh my God, please make that true.
I hope it's true.
Bad Bunny
I don't know
had
if it
more
is.
rushing yards or yards gained in general than the Patriots.
Right.
He got the football to
Amazing.
the end zone before the Patriots did.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he got the ball to the end zone before any team did.
That's also
Because
true.
Seattle
yeah.
didn't score till the second half either.
Poor Drake May, man. At one point, I think he had 6 3-and-outs in a row, and then the seventh one, what would have been the seventh one, was the one where it was an automatic first down for a penalty, and then he immediately fumbled the ball. So just not a good night to be a Patriots fan or a Patriots offensive player in general, honestly.
I got to say, given where they've been the last few years, even like I still I got to think the Patriots fans feel pretty good overall.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you were there, right?
Yeah, with a team that you didn't expect to be there. I mean, this team had the biggest turnaround year to year that has ever happened in terms of overall record. And yeah, I get maybe their strength of schedule wasn't the greatest. Not their fault. It's not like college football where you're like, oh, I'm going to schedule an FCS team.
Hey, those schedules are made 20 years in advance, all right?
Yeah, like they played the games that they were given to them, and they won some of them pretty handily, you know? And they went through the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. Like, I think, I mean, I think, yeah, it probably always sucks to lose the Super Bowl, but damn, they put a hell of a year together. And you got to think, as young as especially Drake is and, some of the rest of that squad, got to think there's good years coming still.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine the Boston fans are too torn up about it, right? There's a good future on the horizon, right? It's not like when the Rangers won the World Series a couple of years ago and you're like, yeah, cool. If we can't do it again next year, we're done for the next 10 years, right? Like we're now fully in a rebuild. I don't think they're in that place, right? Like they missed one. I think they have a great shot at getting back next year. If everybody comes back healthy and nobody regresses, man, you can't. I got to think they can't be too mad about it.
No, I mean, you're spot on. I think I sort of told my wife about halfway through the game. I said, towards the end of the game, I said, the positive thing for Drake May is he's very young, right? He's got plenty of time and he's clearly talented, right? I definitely think there was an element of the pressure of all of it got to him yesterday. His O-line didn't help him in the slightest, but he definitely missed a lot of wide open passes that he should have made. But I do think, I don't remember what position he plays, but I think he's a cornerback or a linebacker, but Christian Gonzalez on the Patriots, they're that one defender on their team who broke up like 8 passes. If it wasn't for him, that's a blowout, full-blown blowout by halftime. The dude was an animal.
Yeah, you got to say the Patriots defense. I thought the Patriots defense played a great game overall.
Well, they did, yeah.
I mean, they held the Seahawks scoreless for 2.5 quarters.
Yeah,
and like. There's just going to be, especially as much time as they were on the field because the offense wasn't doing anything. Of course, there was going to come a time that they didn't hold because they're getting tired, man.
Well, that and I mean,
the offense wasn't giving them a break. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, if you really dig into it, not that we're a football podcast by any means, and honestly, don't take any of these opinions as fact because we don't know what we're talking about. But yeah, I mean, but even the Seahawks, like even their offense wasn't great. I mean, they basically rode on the back of their halfback virtually that entire game. He had a heck of a game, and I have never. So I'm no football expert. I've watched it a little bit throughout basically my whole life, and I think the commentator said it plenty. I have never seen a halfback that patient. It blew my mind how long he would just stand there with the ball, just waiting on something to open up. I cannot imagine staring down 6 350-pound dudes trying to tear away at the person in front of them to get to you and just chilling there for a second, waiting for a hole to pop open.
It's very Le'Veon Bell-esque. Like that's what he used to do, was just sit back there and wait for the holes to develop and then go. Very shifty running back. You got to respect it.
Yeah, I thought like Tyler said, I thought it was super impressive. Like some of the shots they showed where he's just kind of like bouncing in place for a few seconds, waiting for something to open up instead of trying to force it or whatever. It's like you said, watching these giant dudes tear into other giant dudes trying to come rip your head off, and you can be that patient in the biggest game of the year.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad. That's pretty impressive.
Calm nerves for sure. And that was the whole thing. Is there a lot of times, when you watch a halfback have a good game, it's easy to look and say, the O-line's just leaving too many gaps, or the O-line's doing all the work, or the defensive line's not filling the holes. I feel like every one of the yards that dude gained, he earned, right? Like there were so many times that I didn't think he had a hole, didn't think he had space, and here he goes with a 6 or 7 yard gain just out of nowhere. I really hate it for him that one long run got called back for holding. I was really hoping that one would be a touchdown for him. because I don't think he ended up with a touchdown that game.
I think you're right. I don't think he did, but yeah, he carried for 170 yards or something like that.
Got an
and
MVP from it too. So
He very much carried.
Well, speaking of sports and competition, I've got something for you guys that I found that is absolutely hilarious, and you might have seen it at this point. It's been out for a little bit, but there was a ski jumping scandal that developed over the week
This
for the
Scandal.
Olympics.
Go ahead.
Yes. So there was a report going throughout Germany. It started by a German newspaper that said some male athletes may be injecting hyaluronic acid into their penises so they would fly farther at the Olympics.
Basically the same stuff they use in lip fillers. They're injecting into their penises so that they can legally have a looser fitting outfit, because there are rules around the suit that they can wear and how loose it can be. And did you see the numbers of what 1 centimeter of extra?
It's like an extra
gain
5 or 10 feet. Like, it's
10
insane.
feet.
Yeah.
It's an extra 10 feet. And yeah, so to get that extra centimeter of material, they are injecting their penises with lip filler, basically.
That's a lot of lift that gets generated. Like, just from a physics standpoint, the amount of lift that gets generated to fly an extra 10 feet off of 1 centimeter of fabric.
So is the idea that it was bigger after they injected it and then it went back down to normal size, and so therefore the suit had a little bit of extra baggage?
I was about to say, my concern with this is there any long-term effects to your dick?
I don't think they care. I think they're just going.
Don't matter. Go for gold by any means
does it
necessary.
go away?
They gave up women a long time ago.
Jeez.
Nobody asked Barry Bonds how many women he was bagging at the time of him breaking the home run record. All right.
And if you have a gold medal hanging on your wall, I don't really think they care about size anymore anyway.
Right? Like,
now, yeah, call me, ignorant here. Does the lip filler degrade and go away, or is that a permanent thing?
So I do think filler, if I understand correctly from what my wife has told me, I think filler does go away with time. I think you have to keep getting it periodically. I don't think it's like plastic surgery.
right, but how often?
As I understand the news story, they are doing it in the build-up to the event so that it is bigger during the event, because they measure the suits. Like, they can measure the suit at any time compared to your anatomy, and you can only have basically X amount of loose material before your suit is considered illegal.
Okay.
So they're flying with enhanced packages.
I like how careful we're having to be with this conversation. So, okay,
Hey, I
here's
already
my
said
question.
penis,
I'm going to say this kind
I
of in
did too.
code. So the goal is to get a bigger package, not that kind of package, but a bigger suit, right? But if you have a
Correct.
bigger suit or package and the item in it is bigger and it fills it up just as much, where is the benefit?
You have more coverage. Like, you are taking up more air, basically.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of about the suit, but it's also just surface area.
Yeah, it's surface area is what the additional suit creates more surface area in a aerodynamically important area,
Yeah.
which generates more lift. And so yeah, basically, so like I said, I think the rule is you can have 4 centimeters of extra material away from your skin. Let's say that's the rule, right? So basically they're creating a bigger penis so that they have more area inside, so that they have more canvas on the outside legally. Funny enough, it's the International Doping Agency that's looking into it.
Well, and
That's amazing.
I mean, I guess if you think about it, the way they kind of sit in the air, that is kind of the bending point too. So it's right there, like the base of the wing, I guess.
Yeah, that's why it is.
Yeah.
That's why it is aerodynamically important, because you're filling in. You're creating more wing is what you're doing, and that's why it generates more lift.
Can't wait for a YouTube video to come out with a 3D generated, animation that shows the airflow and how it benefits.
My question is like, what's it like walking around the village? Like, are you just walking around with a chub the entire time that
I
doesn't
mean,
go away?
You are
man,
the
you
most
want- you're-
popular Olympian. with
And
all
they
the
the
get
definition
down.
of a
They
shower.
get down in the Olympic Village during these. Like that's a
They
famous
do.
thing.
That's reported.
So
How's
like
your performance?
you're
though?
walking around with this thing hitting your knees. Like man, that's gotta hurt after a while.
You think about it, it's a bunch of around 20-year-olds, which is like one of the horniest ages out there, and it's all people in like peak physical condition. Yeah, obviously.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody's surprised that it's basically a giant orgy when they're not competing.
Right.
I'm just curious, like, how does that affect performance in the village? You know, like
We know how it affects performance on the big stage of the Olympics, but how does it affect
Right.
performance in the village?
I mean, yeah, you got to imagine testosterone levels at that point. Like you said, your peak athlete testosterone levels are probably overcoming just about any obstacle you might have.
yeah, but you're not you're not
But
getting
you've
in the
seen
way
the
of
ads.
hormones.
It affects 1 in 3 men in their lifetime.
1 in 3.
No, but like you're literally changing the anatomy.
Yeah.
It's not a hormone thing. Like, yes, there's plenty of testosterone, and like, yeah, they're probably happy to go do it. But like, you're changing the anatomy. Like, how does that?
If anything, it probably
Does
just
it-
numbs it a lot,
That's
maybe.
true. Yeah.
which might benefit endurance.
Suddenly,
Very
everybody's
athletic terms here.
marathoning at the Olympics.
Everybody's a marathon.
Most popular people on and off the.
That's how they test too to see if they're on it. They just walk up and kick them. Just do a cup check real quick, and if they don't react, they're like, "I'm on to you.
Gotcha.
Nice little
You don't
sack tap.
feel anything down there."
Well, the International Skiers Federation has since denied claims of this ever happening.
Yeah, so did Lance Armstrong allegedly.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I don't know
He
how
got
much
away with
truth
it for
it
like a
is
good
to it.
15
But
years too.
Well, I don't think he was injecting any. I don't think he was injecting lip filler into it. But
That's
yes,
true.
That's just
it's the same agent. It's the same agency investigating.
that just makes me think of like what like it's one of those things that if you don't test for it, how you know it's there? Like who was the genius who was like lip filler? They're not going to test for lip filler. So let's inject that. Like I just at what point is it just like we don't even know what to test for, so test for everything? Like is there a low grade beaver tranquilizer that you're using? Like I don't know.
it's not low grade
Is-
beavers.
Hey, is that lip filler? Or are you happy to see me?
To that point, Austin, I think they're to the point where they've tried everything. I'm sure Michael can attest to this, having been in a top level of a sport. When it comes to finding an advantage, they stop at absolutely nothing. Somebody has tried it, most likely at some point, whatever it is, right? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
So that really doesn't surprise me that they come up with some of the most off the wall stuff. That's like you can look at the MLB and all the stuff that pitchers have used throughout time to get an advantage, like some of the craziest off the wall stuff you can think of. So that part of it, I will say, doesn't surprise me personally.
Well, along the same lines of this, this cheating scandal where you're trying to find extra air, NASCAR just outlawed drivers putting their hands up like at the window to shield air from coming in the vehicle and creating extra drag, because that was a thing, last year, 2 years ago, the drivers
Yeah,
were
I think
doing?
for many, many years.
Well, it got highlighted 2 years ago or last year or something. Like that was the first time that I had seen it.
Dang it.
I thought they were talking about it back in the late teens, but yeah, I mean, it's anything that manipulates airflow is an advantage in any sort of aerodynamic sport, right? So in NASCAR, whether it was shoving an extra pair of gloves in one of the what we used to call NACA ducts, it's the tubes that go from the side window into the car to like blow air on the driver, right? You would try and stuff something in there to block that airflow off so the air didn't come in the car. Like I said, same thing with the left side window. You'd hold your hand up because it kept air from coming in the car, creating drag. It moved it efficiently down the side of the car. So any sport where you're going through the air, that applies. I mean, I was telling you guys, I know somebody who used to work on the skeleton team. And they literally went to the air tunnel with their sled and their helmets and their suits and like looked for one person on a sled going down the hill. They're in the wind tunnel looking for every advantage they can find. That's competitive sports. And so, yeah, to Tyler's point, it's not surprising somebody decided, hey, if I make this bigger, I can get more fabric on my suit. What's a way I can do that? Ah, lip filler.
Well, and that's always the big thing with it. You take any sport in the world, those are the ones you heard about. Those are the ones they caught.
Yeah.
For everyone
Yeah.
they catch, there's probably 10 they didn't catch, right? There's probably one team or one country, if you're talking in terms of the Olympics, that figured it out and nobody else caught on and they gained an advantage, right? And most of the time when you're talking about these advantages, now granted in terms of ski jump, I mean 10 feet's a big difference, obviously. But like to what you were talking about with taking away the driver's right to air conditioning during a race, that might have gained what a thousandth a lap or something, but it makes a difference, right? You're going for every advantage, every minute little advantage.
But yeah. No, I mean, it's exactly it, right? You're going for, we were looking at things that were 1 or 2 counts of downforce versus 1 or 2 counts of drag, right? Like it's just, you're looking at every little thing. Because in a sport, and this at most high level sports, especially racing or distance kind of sports, where every millimeter or every millisecond counts, that's winning in the margins, finding the gray areas. And if there's not a rule that says you can't artificially grow your penis, yeah, let's give it a try. Is that performance enhancing equipment? Like,
Well, it depends on what kind of performance we're talking about.
Artificially grow your penis. What a sentence.
they're not doing it naturally, so it's artificial.
I think almost all of them are unnatural. Like not to get off topic of Olympic cheating.
Well, I mean,
but like I feel like any way to increase penis size is not natural.
well, I mean, there's more natural ways. There's just, seeing a pretty woman or taking Viagra, right? That's just enhancing. That's the natural occurring thing versus using a substance like lip filler to unnaturally make it bigger.
I was thinking.
You think
more
at any point
long-term.
any of them have popped Viagra before a jump? Just
That's
to see?
exactly what I was going to say. Like they're sitting at the top of the ramp, like popping Viagra.
Got it.
It's
the
It's for the altitude sickness, I promise.
Yo, dude, you good? Oh yeah, I'm great, buddy.
Olympic series penis pump up there. Just poop, 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 poop. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Speaking of the Olympics, I'm curious. I consider myself a big fan of the Olympics. Every time it comes around, I get real excited. But then I hardly watch any of it live. I end up watching mostly like highlights of. I really will watch highlights of all of it. At some point, watching people compete at the highest level of even the most, maybe, I hate to say it this way, but some sports are boring, right? Watching some of the more boring sports, I'm still willing to watch like the gold medal matches and whatnot just to see, right? So I'm curious, do you guys watch a lot of it live? Even if it's not been this year, generally speaking, do y'all watch a lot of it live or are you more highlights people?
I have to watch it live because I follow everything on Facebook and like their Facebook page and like Twitter and stuff like that. So live results still get posted. So, and I'm chronically online as we all are on social media. So it's going to get spoiled for me either way. So I feel like I have to watch it live. Otherwise, maybe I could just unfollow those pages, but no, that's cheating. But I like watching it live because then I feel like I'm there part of it. Which makes it really hard when it's in like Japan and China.
Yeah.
I think the last live sports I watched was the World Cup, and
Good choice.
that's the only live sport I have watched since I've been married. So I'm kind of not into live sports much these days.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of the same as Brittle, but a different approach. I follow a lot of like the Olympics and stuff like that on social. But my approach is just, I know it's going to get spoiled, but I'll still go back and probably watch a replay of it later. I don't feel compelled to go watch it live. Like I'll see the result, but I'll still want to go watch it. So I think probably, really since streaming and being able to see it on as a replay became a thing, I really don't do a whole lot of the Olympics live. There's a lot of other sports I still watch live. But when it comes to the Olympics, especially because the timing is kind of odd, like it's throughout the day and stuff. Like today during work, I would have had no chance to actually watch anything because I was in meetings all day. So it's just one of those like, yeah, I'll watch it later and it'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair. I don't really necessarily mind if it gets spoiled per se. I kind of just, when the Olympics come around, I run into the habit of watching the highlights of the day. Whether it be the next morning or that night, I'll always kind of just catch up on what happened that day. But then like the men's hockey, I'll watch a few of those, the later games, the semifinals and whatnot. But okay, so here's my follow-up question, and Austin, I feel like I'm leaving you out, but it's Olympics time, and if you don't watch it, you don't watch it. But what's your Olympic guilty pleasure, whether it's summer or winter? I'll start off and I'll say mine is figure skating. I can watch that shit all day, especially when it comes to like Olympics. I'm not watching it anytime outside of that, but I love watching the doubles figure skating. I think it is awesome to watch those people.
By guilty pleasure, do you mean like one that we shouldn't like, but we
Well,
do?
that may be
I was
the
wondering. I was like, I feel like there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure.
That may be the wrong way
Oh.
of you're right. That may be the wrong way of phrasing it, but more like the thing that's just kind of not necessarily your favorite event, because me, for the Winter Olympics, it's going to be the hockey, right? That's going to be my favorite event. But what's the one thing that maybe might not be the most popular that you might have zero interest in outside of when Olympic times comes around and you're going to watch either the highlights or you're going to try to make a point to watch those live?
I'd say, I mean, for me, I guess it would be like the Summer Olympics track and field stuff. Like, I'm not going to go to a track meet, but I do enjoy watching the different sprints
you
and
gotta watch the
javelin
100
and
meter
shot put. Yeah, right. Like when it comes to winter, I probably like the more popular stuff. I mean, like the biathlon is super interesting. Like, hey, go 10 miles on skis, and then here's a gun.
Yeah, that's always awesome.
That should
For no
It's
reason,
awesome, right? Like, it's awesome because it's like it's the one that still feels like it has real world relevance. Like, all those people, if they aren't, they should be special operators.
Yeah.
And that the military is like, all right, go represent the country in a legal way now.
If you're in the desert and you're being hunted, that person's not going to come for you. But God forbid, if you find yourself in the snowy plains of Russia and you are on the run, you're screwed if that guy comes after you.
Right. When are we giving guns to the triathlon people in the summer games? That would
be awesome.
Wrap up your gun. You better keep it dry in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I have a guilty pleasure that of events. I'm not necessarily into the figure skating in the winter. For me, it's the sliding events. And I was talking with you guys about that before we started recording, like the luge and the skeleton and the bobsled. Like, I think that's cool because that is professional sledding. There's no other way to put it. That's professional sledding. You're going down a hill on a sled at 80 miles an hour. It's the coolest thing to me. I love it. Like, I feel like I could do it too. I hate that it's not a widely available sport to do in America, because like I saw a map on social today. I think it was on Facebook. There was like where all the places for you to do these events are. Like, there's curling facilities all around the country, which I was surprised to learn, actually. So curling's been blowing up in recent years, but there's like 3 or 4 places in America to do luge and skeleton and bobsled and stuff. It's like Lake Placid and then Minnesota and Utah, I think, or something like that. Like, it's specifically those 3, which sucks because I feel like I'd be great at it. I could figure it out. I know I could.
You would suck at it. You know why?
Why? Enlighten me.
Because it's in the snow, and you admitted last week you hate the snow.
It's true. I do hate the snow. However, you can bundle up for at least for the 30 to 60 seconds that will be. I can bundle up for that to go fast.
Have you seen those people? They're not bundled up. They're in skin suits.
Yeah.
That area is heated. Everything's
and
heated.
they don't even have the
fine.
benefit of lip filler to keep their nether regions warm.
Do you think it keeps it warm? I don't know if that's how that works.
Heck, I don't know. Don't ask me. But that's the one thing.
Tyler, you should try it.
I'll just send
do
it
the
to me
research
and
for us and let us know.
I'll shoot it up.
Right? Yeah. Field test this, Tyler.
Yeah.
Come back to us with results.
I'll go do a ski jump run, my first ever. Be like, you know what? I fell 10 feet in. I don't think it helped very much. But yeah, Brittle, that's one of the, to your point about saying you do it, that's one of those things I feel like obviously everyone knows how intense it is and how fast it is and how dangerous it is. Yet I don't think you will ever understand it until you actually get on one. And I feel like most people, your average person, would get on that one time, give up about 20 feet into the slide and dive off. and then be like, I will never do that again. Also, I would bet the average weight of those people compared to the rest of the Winter Olympians is probably significantly higher because their balls of steel have to weigh a decent bit.
That's tungsten to you, sir.
Because
80
that
miles
is,
an hour on
it
a
would
sled. Yeah.
It would make you
Insane.
go downhill faster.
it would, right? But yeah, no, those people are insane. But I will say, you mentioned curling. I have fully jumped on the curling bandwagon. Everybody getting excited about it now, because to be such a slow paced sport, it is freaking riveting watching. Like, just you're sitting there with your fingers crossed, hoping it's gonna, the rock. What do they call it? The rock or the
stones.
stone? Thank you.
Stone.
Is going to
Stone.
stop right where they want it. Like, we were talking about it a little bit before we started recording today. That I know we try not to talk about too much like stuff that happened today when we record these, but I think it was today or yesterday that the semifinal match between the U.S. and Italy, and
Yep,
I was on the edge of my seat just watching the highlights. I wasn't even watching it live, and I was still on the edge of my seat. So yeah, no, I'm fully on the curling bandwagon. It is awesome to watch.
That has always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's like cricket. Like, I wish I understood it better.
The science behind the sweepers,
Yeah.
like
The physics
knowing
behind that is nuts.
how much that, like how hard to sweep, how fast they need to slow it down to hit it perfectly is beyond me.
Well, the big thing so mostly what's been happening so far is the doubles, where it's just two people. So usually one of them is sliding it, one of them is sweeping. But what I've been confused about, and one of you may be able to enlighten me on this, I'm not sure, but what I've been confused about is most of the time one person slides the stone and then the other person's sweeping, while the person that slid it's yelling at them, telling them what to do. But every once in a while, you'll see it where the person that slides it then stands up and starts following it and sweeping. And I really don't understand where the difference in that is. I would like to know. It's probably a simple YouTube search would probably give me my answer, but that's no fun.
Exactly. Healthy discourse. I think it's just more trying to get more heat on the ice, because that's what it is. The sweeping.
Well, no.
causes
I've
heat.
never seen them both sweeping. I've only seen it either the one person slides, the other person sweeps, or one person slides and then they follow and sweep alone. That's the weird thing to me. Now, I will say, I did notice one time that when they did that, after their stone made contact with the one they were going for, the other person started sweeping. And that's always the craziest thing to me, is when they start sweeping behind a ricocheted stone that's barely moving just to get it that extra couple inches out of the
I'm
out of the
gonna
target.
get this sucker. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I did see a thing, Austin, to your point, where on the I guess it's usually either 2 or 4 people teams. On the 4 people teams, 2 people sweeping just for the sake of distance can get it like almost an extra 20 or 30 feet,
Yeah.
which
That's
is
insane
insane
to
to
me.
think about. Yeah, like that's a big difference on a not very. I mean, those curling. What do they call them? Do they call it a court or a rink, or I don't know what you call that, but they're really not that big in the grand scheme of things. So an extra 20 to 30 feet is a huge difference.
Like advanced shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard's a blast, dude. Find me at the shuffleboard table at Topgolf.
If I could, it's like curling is one of those sports, kind of like cricket. I wish I could, like, I wish I had time and there was like TV access to watch it more.
Yeah.
Cricket, I did at some point kind of get into watching a little bit, especially when the U.S. was competing in that. I don't even remember. I guess it's like Cricket World Cup or something like that. I did figure out a decent bit about cricket. Cricket is one of those things that if you're going to take the time, not to diss on curling by any means, but cricket is well worth getting into watching. However, cricket has different like match formats where literally there are some cricket matches that can go on for no joke like weeks. And
Yeah, but aren't they
I'll
also
never
all,
understand.
I feel like I've heard they're all also drunk the entire time. Like even at a professional level, they're just drunk while they
Well,
play.
that just makes it that much.
It's like what baseball used to be, where they drink in the dugout and then go play.
Oh, what a time!
Sounds like we need to get that kicking off around here.
Bring our sports back,
Seriously.
man. Bring Jack Daniels back to the MLB.
I'd say I want to learn Aussie rules football as well, but it sounds like even the Australians don't really even understand Aussie rules football. So I guess there's really no hope, but I've always heard that's a fun watch as well.
Rugby is one of those, like you're saying with
Rugby's cool too. Yeah.
cricket, and that's one that I would like to understand the rules more. And because all the clips and stuff I see of it, or if I watch highlights of something, that it always looks so entertaining.
Yeah, it's actually years ago. When we went to Pocono for a race, we were staying in the hotel with a like pro-am, like low level rugby team, and so we all like we all sat in the hallway and drank together, and like they were telling us about rugby and explaining it to us, and like it was cool. I understand rugby a little bit better because of them, and I've watched it some. It's fun, man. It's fun, and it is interesting. Yeah, obviously, it's a full contact sport, so there are injuries, but it certainly seems like there are a lot less than football, and I think there's something to be said for that.
Which doesn't make any sense because they don't wear pads. That doesn't make any sense.
They don't wear pads, and they don't hold back either.
But they also don't do stupid things with their head. And I
That's a
think
good
that's
point.
the biggest thing. They don't have a helmet on that gives them this false sense of invincibility, and so they don't use their head to do things.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I mean, but that's one, and that's always funny when you talk about it with the U.S. and our obsession with action and instant gratification, and it blows my mind that rugby isn't bigger here. Because obviously we love football. We love the violence, the contact. I say we as a whole, as a country. I'm really not even a huge football person. But rugby is that, plus basically nonstop action, right? It's not a 2-second play and hold on for 20 seconds. Like it's constant. Even after tackles, oftentimes somebody will, I don't understand the rules enough to know when and why, but after like a huge hit, somebody will just pick the ball up, toss it off, and they'll just take off running again. Like it's one of those things. So it surprises me that rugby isn't bigger in the U.S.
Yeah, I do wonder if it is the lack of stoppage, because it is basically a hybrid of soccer and football, right?
Yeah.
Where it's the high impact of football with the more fluid gameplay of soccer. And I do wonder if that's one of the big reasons is just the lack of stoppage and like clear cut plays. I do wonder, or is it just our whole entitlement to everything in the U.S. is better,
That's
and
true.
that's a foreign thing, so I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah. Well, and my theory is the idea of their equivalent of a touchdown being called a try. I can just hear my grandfather saying, "What do you mean a try? He made it. He did it. He didn't try."
He
Right.
didn't try. He made it. That's prime. That's yeah. That checks.
I like how brittle made your grandpa Forrest Gump.
Yeah. That's because he knows.
You
We
draw
got
it
the
out a
same
little bit
grandpa,
more.
they're just
Yeah,
from a different
exactly. We
place.
probably got the same. Yeah, you go far enough a tree, we're probably related.
Yeah.
Gents, well, I'm going to take us back to Wiener Talk,
Oh boy.
and I have something to show you.
Hot dogs
No.
or
I
lip
don't
fillers?
want to see it. No.
You're going to see it. I'm sending it in the Discord.
Well, I'll decide if I want to see it based on if it has lip filler in it or not.
It does not.
Oh, he
Have lip
did
filler.
it.
Oh, he did the
He
thing.
did
It's
it.
the double dog.
And I have more to show you. I don't know if we set up capturing from Discord, but
If you give me just a second, we can real quick.
okay. So I have been sitting here with these delicious looking dogs, the double dog, as we deemed it last week. I have a nice, what is a ballpark Frank, cut in half with a nice Johnsonville brat. I feel like it is important to say what I got because
Is that? Sorry, go ahead. Is that dry? Do you have nothing else on that?
this is a whole you.
Let the man
You're
speak.
get- You're
yeah,
getting
just
ahead.
wait. Just wait.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
As
so
we all
excited.
know,
Just getting
every
to that.
dog has
Let
a
him.
base form. This is your base form dog. Because as we talked about last week, we all like different things on ours. I'm a chili cheese guy personally. Some
Mhm.
people like their sauerkraut, and some people like relish. And I'm personally, if I'm just having a dog like this, I'm just putting like stone ground mustard on it, and that would be perfectly fine for me. But I have the double dog. I wanted to do it bratwurst cut in half, but I got bun-link Franks, and so it didn't quite work that way when I ran the test of it. But I have a double dog.
First visual
That
impression
looks-
is that it fills out the bun very nicely.
It does, right?
It does. It
Mhm.
looks so good.
So I did get a little bit thicker bun than a standard hot dog bun. Purely because it's a lot more meat, double the meat. It is a brioche bun, which
You went fancy.
fits perfectly with this.
Show it to the
And-
camera now that you took a bite, because I couldn't
This
really
is
see the underneath.
bite
Yeah.
section,
We need a cross cut.
the crosscut bite section. So
Oh, it's so good.
it actually works out so well. Like the brat with the hot dog actually like really they balance each other out some, because you know how like some brats they have just that, I don't even know what to say, like how they just a brat taste,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
sometimes brats can be a little overpowering, just like a hair. Whereas like a Frank is like the other side. It's like it finds a way to meet those in the middle. Like they do. They balance each other out to where it's like a nice meaty bite without going one way or the other. So that is interesting that it does work very well to have Frank and brat. But I didn't stop here.
Not the Frankenbrat.
Franken
I had a lot of thoughts. And
Hang on,
as
is it the Frankenbrat or is it the brat dog?
well, it's the
Oh
double
man,
dog.
they're both so good.
It's the double dog. We've already got the name. The name's the double dog.
I know, but the double dog is the no. I think a double dog is two Franks. I think if you're
Oh.
combining a brat and a Frank, I think it's a brat dog.
Yeah.
If you have a brat in a hot dog bun, it's still a hot dog.
Is it?
I don't know, man.
It is. It's just you're using a brat versus a Frank. We
Where
got
does
the
sausage
double
fit in
dog.
all this?
I mean, you could. I don't think you would want to do an Italian sausage in it, but that's still
Well, not an Italian sausage, but you can still get other kinds of.
You could
sausage.
get other
I
kinds.
enjoy those.
Kielbasa. I love a good kielbasa.
you could.
I
But
don't know. I'm voting for brat dog.
I like the double dog. That's what spawned this.
See, I think
and there's a
double dog
reason
is
why.
Michael.
I
is
think
stuck
double
on
dog
this.
is the overarching idea. Like you can have different kinds of double dogs, and what you've just invented is the brat dog version of a double dog.
He's the
Double dog has
hot dog genome of.
Right. Like,
Double dog is the genre. The different variants are the subgenres.
Oh God.
Right.
are we just going to, is it going to be, we're going to create like
The double dog tree. I've already started on it.
Kingdom, phylum, genome,
what's the-
class,
what's the
species.
Frank, or the hot dog business that you don't see anymore? What's it called?
That
Which
doesn't
one?
narrow it down much.
I don't understand.
The
I
Ballpark
don't
Franks.
like Wiener Hut? Like what was
Oh.
the
You're talking about Wiener Schnitzel?
Wiener Schnitzel? Thank you. That is like all
They're
hot
still around.
dogs. I haven't
They're
seen
still
one
around.
in 15 years.
I think there's a handful in Dallas.
So yeah, I haven't been to Dallas in a while. Are we just going to create the double dog business? Then it's just like, what dog are you using? Is that?
Absolutely. I think we already said we were trademarking it last episode.
Well,
I
we were
think you-
trademarking this as
The
a double
concept
dog,
of a double
not
dog.
a name for a business. We weren't
Wait, so-
naming a business. We were trademarking the double
Well,
dog.
wait, have we
Yeah, we got to get our.
have we named the business?
I don't think we've.
No,
begun
I think we
the
just named the
business yet.
dog.
We need a food
the
truck.
dog's
please.
name was the double dog. Go back and listen to the episode. It's the double dog.
Yeah, Michael, go back
Yeah,
and listen to the episode.
I
Yeah.
do. I edit the damn thing.
Yeah, brittle.
That was more so a joke
Anyways.
that Michael
How many
edits.
double dogs do you have in front of you?
Well, I'm trying to get to that, but we get sidetracked on the fact that we already have the double dog, and we're trying to rename.
I was
the
trying to help you get
name
back on
thing.
track.
Michael is hung up on this name.
I know. I need you to chill.
We'll put a pin in it for now.
Because I have what I dub the deluxe double dog,
Oh,
which is
goodness.
nacho
Oh my
cheese
God.
and jalapenos.
Oh.
I need it. I need it in my body now.
I saw a can of nacho cheese because I was getting something else, and I was like, I actually like nacho cheese with chili on a hot dog. Like a chili cheese dog to me is better with nacho cheese than just like shredded cheese on top. But I was like, I've always liked, a nacho of nacho cheese and jalapeno. So I have the deluxe double dog, which is why we can't go off of the name double dog. It's the double dog because I have a deluxe version. I'm going to give this one a go.
Double Dog XL.
The Double Dog XL.
I didn't say we were going away from the name Double Dog. I was just saying a certain combination of it might be called a brat dog.
He got all of that one. That was a bite.
He had to get that whole
That-
jalapeno piece.
Is absolute. I almost missed the jalapeno, so I had to go a little bit extra to get the jalapeno in there. Fantastic. Absolutely deserves the name deluxe because that was phenomenal. I've actually reheated these things up like twice this episode. So these aren't cold because if I just bit into cold nacho cheese, that would have been disgusting.
Oh God.
We should have led with this.
I wanted to, but I said, "How are you guys doing?" And before I could take a breath, we were on Olympic topics, and
That's what happens when you don't plan out these episodes.
You know what goes great with the Super Bowl and the Olympics? Double dogs.
double dogs.
That
Absolutely.
could have been the segue.
Now introducing the Double Dog
No,
Deluxe.
I think me showing you the wiener is the best segue we could have gone with.
Well, especially when we're talking about what we were talking about with the skiers.
Are there any
Yeah.
artificial enhancements?
I'm gonna
in
go
those?
ahead and I'm gonna end my video because that was it. I am 100% down for this double dog. I strongly recommend everyone going and trying this and coming up with your own double dog. I have plans for a third double dog. I don't know how I'm gonna make it work though.
It's got to go in the lab.
Life finds a
The-
way.
As tradition of the double dog, I have the name without the how to do it because the entire time during last week's podcast, when we were saying double dog, the phrase in my mind that would not stop is I double dog dare you. And so I want to create the double dog dare.
Oh God.
And how I want to do it is like a spicy dog. I almost went ahead and created it because I have ghost pepper sauce, but I didn't want to just like put just sauce on a double dog. Like it needs something else, and I couldn't quite figure out how to make it work. But I have in the plans a double dog dare, and we'll see if I can get to that next podcast. But I'm thinking like a spicy double dog called the double dog dare.
I like it.
I like
I
it.
mean, I like it. I feel like we're really setting up some good high school bullying situation here by somebody saying it hurts so good as they stuff 2 wieners in their mouth at one time.
I mean, it's absolutely delicious.
He's still getting after it. He's turned the camera off. You got to finish it. You can't let it go to waste. I respect it.
This was my dinner, and I've been waiting 40 minutes.
He's been holding on to this.
I
whole
think
thing.
we have developed quite the do and do not try list for today. Do try a double dog. Do definitely try a double dog with jalapeno and nacho cheese. Do go watch figure skating. Do go watch curling. Do not inject your penis with lip filler.
Well,
You know,
if you
that's
need a little extra lift, why not?
Because it's against the sporting rules.
Do we know
not
that?
Do not inject your
Do they-
double dog.
Did
with
they
lip
come
filler.
out and
Yes,
say
definitely
that
don't
it's
inject
illegal?
your double dog.
I'm going to say, has there been a ruling on that?
I mean, I think they're considering it performance enhancing. I guess it's
I
not.
feel
a
like
drug,
the
but
performance enhancing side of
enhancement.
the rule book has to be pretty vague, right? Like anything that will give you an unfair.
Well,
They
what's
clearly
defined as
can't
unfair?
list everything that's outlawed in that, in a single. I'm sure they do list specific things, but
Well,
I don't know, that's a good question.
why is waxing skis okay, but lubing skis isn't?
That's real.
I have no idea. That's just what I came up with
I
off the
was
top
about
of
to
my
be
I
head.
was about to say.
Hold on.
Why is this a thing? I mean, I don't know if it's actually.
I don't know if
it's
it's
not real,
actually-
but I made
like-
it up.
You know.
I'm outraged on something I have no idea about.
In my head canon,
Well, it's like the whole thing of the Michael Phelps when he won that 100 meter by it was not even a 100th of a second. It was an insane amount. And he made the comment of, I'm glad I didn't cut my fingernails last night. And I'm pretty sure after that, there was a rule in place that your fingernails could not be past a certain length.
Now that's genius.
stupid.
Real-
How much more is your fingernails going to give
Ah,
you?
the duality of man. That's genius. That's stupid. In the same
was-
breath.
Like,
Can you believe this?
well, my thought is just like, can you go and get your nails done and get those like 8 to 9 inch long nails to go swimming? Like, I want someone to actually go and try that.
I would bet
And
if
tell me
there's
if
a
they feel
rule,
like
that's
they-
probably the reason for it.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about like on a competitive stage. Like, I just want someone to go and do a lap, do that, put those nails on, and tell me if you feel you got a better performance out of your swim because of that. Because I feel like that would hurt your hands.
To clarify, it's not about swimming faster, it's about reaching the wall faster. It's about reaching out and actually touching the wall before the person beside you. That was the difference. That's where that comment came from, at least.
I also bet to your example here, Austin, I bet artificial ones probably hurt more than just letting your natural nail grow out.
True.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But that's where my thought went to.
My final question here with this, since we're on the topic of Olympic swimming. So I don't know that I've shared this with any of you at this point. I have webbed toes. Not my big toe, but the two to the beside my big toe are stuck together all the way, to the end, right? Would I be allowed to compete at an Olympic level? Could they tell me I would not because of my webbed toes? Because that's always the joke people make. I'm sure you can swim fast, even though I can't. But
You dirty mutant.
but that's my question. If somebody has webbed fingers or webbed toes, would they be allowed to compete at the Olympics?
I would think so. I can't imagine that you're getting DQ'd for a genetic thing that's a part of your body.
Isn't that all the Olympics is just a competition of the genetic winners, basically?
That's true.
All the people who won the genetic lottery go and compete against each other.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what.
And
it is.
occasionally you get a guy like Michael Phelps who has frying pans for hands, and he's even more genetically altered than the normal athlete.
Yeah,
right?
that
I mean,
man's body was made to swim. There is no question about it.
Yeah. I mean, he got the frying pan genetic mutation and won at swimming for a decade.
Yeah.
It's always
because
amazing.
our resident Googler's not here. I went ahead and Googled it. Yes, you can compete in the Olympics with webbed toes because it is, like Mike said, it is natural and a physical variation, not a synthetic enhancement or a legal device. So I doubt it gives you much of any advantage, webbed toes, because I can't find anything saying. Apparently, there has never been anyone who won the gold medal at the Olympics that had webbed feet. So it clearly
I'll
is
start
an
practicing
advantage.
I was
And
gonna
I'll
say, don't
become
worry,
the first.
Tyler. Your
Yeah, start
Olympic
practicing in
dream
your
is
late
still
20s.
alive.
Well, and I won't be concerned about drowning because I will inject my penis with lip filler and it will make me float.
Buoyance.
Do you think it makes
Isn't
you
that
more
Botox?
buoyant?
I think that's Botox.
I don't know. Well, sounds like we're about the end of this
he,
episode.
said this, he had the old Midwestern slap your knee and stand up off the couch. Well,
Midwestern goodbye.
It's about that time.
guess we better be hitting the road. This is the part where we all offer Tyler some Tupperware leftovers or some shit.
Yeah. Can I get you anything to go?
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Do you want a double dog on your way out?
Yeah, right. That would be great, actually.
Oh, take one. Take more. No, I really couldn't. No, here, take them. I'm serious. We got to get rid of
Listen,
them.
me and Sandy ain't gonna eat them. You and Jill can have all the double dogs you want.
All right. Well, since Tyler wants to just end it here.
I had to break the silence.
I was chewing.
That's
Thank
hilarious.
you for listening to yet another episode of the Roundabout Podcast. As always, please follow, subscribe on all of your podcasting viewing websites that you watch. Amazon, our big hitter. Nothing. Nobody. Okay.
I was just thinking, I haven't even checked to see if anybody has listened on Amazon in a while.
I was genuinely
log in and look.
surprised. I was like, wow, Amazon's really our best one? Fair enough.
No. Anyways,
I got
YouTube
got
right
it now.
feel free to subscribe on your podcast viewing website of choice. Always, comments are very welcome. I heard we had a recent comment on Spotify. I'm not going to say who it was, but all my reply is going to be us.
You
Please go and follow us on our socials. We are on YouTube, which is also a way to view this podcast, Roundabout Gaming. We are also on Twitter, Blue Sky under Roundabout Gaming. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Mastodon. Is Mastodon or
Not
or-
Mastodon.
Not Mastodon.
Not Mastodon.
That's
What
right.
the hell is Mastodon?
Don't worry, we've talked about it 10 times on this podcast. But on Instagram and Facebook, we are Roundabout Pro. So feel free to follow us there. I think I hit them all this time.
I don't know. I was signing into Amazon. We have not had a play on Amazon since October.
Well, if anyone has a friend
Oh,
who...
Jeff Bezos does not like the Roundabout podcast. Confirmed.
Well, he's not into double dogs.
Bezos
Yeah.
is keeping us down.
That's why we don't like Jeff Bezos. I didn't say that, Jeff. I'm sorry. Please keep delivering my stuff on time.
Jeff, send us money, please. But feel free to comment. Tell us what you would like in your double dog. Tell us what your favorite Olympic sport is. And let us know how you felt about the Super Bowl. I'm sure Brittle would love to interact with you on that. But as always, thank you once again, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
These dogs are really fucking delicious. I want y'all to know. I took that first bite, and I was not going to wait till the end of the podcast to eat the deluxe double dog. I had to fucking devour that thing.
I need that to be the
Yeah, we could
outro.
tell.
I need that to be the last thing that goes off. We all say bye.
These
and then
dogs
he
are
just
so
immediately-
fucking good.
These dogs are so fucking delicious.
It was the deluxe dog. I will be eating that again in the next 2 days.